Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this deformer series, we are exploring different deformers inside Autodesk Maya and learning how they can improve our workflow. In the previous video, we explored the tension deformer and saw how it reacts to stretching and compression on a mesh. And today, we are going to look at another really useful deformer, the Solidify Deformer. The Solidify Deformer allows us to add procedural thickness to selected geometry instead of manually extruding faces and creating permanent geometry changes. This deformer keeps everything flexible and editable. So here I have a simple curved mesh, and instead of applying thickness to the entire object, I'm going to select only a strip of faces on the top, kind of like a dragon tail or spine setup. This is useful because sometimes we only want thickness or layered geometry in specific areas instead of the full mesh. Now with these faces selected, we can go to Deform and then click on Solidify. And instantly, Maya creates thickness on that selected region. Now, let's look at the main settings of the Solidify Deformer here. The most important control is the normal scale. This controls how much the selected faces expand along their normals. So instead of traditional thickness like an extrude operation, the geometry grows procedurally based on the surface direction. You can see that as I increase the value, the selected strip starts forming this raised shape, almost like spikes or scales running along the surface. We also have tangent plane scale. This controls deformation along the surface direction instead of directly outward from the normals. In this case, it's set 1, so the deformation is only expanding outward. We also have border falloff blur enabled. This helps smooth out the transition between the selected faces and the surrounding geometry, giving us a softer blend instead of a sharp deformation. This is especially useful for organic shapes like creature backs, dragon tails, or stylized surface details. At the top, the attachment mode is currently set to borders. This helps keep the border edges attached smoothly while the selected region expands outward. We also have different scale modes available. Edge mode scales the deformation while following the local edge flow of the mesh, giving a cleaner and more controlled result. And Edge Global creates a smoother and more even scaling effect across the overall surface. We also have Scale Envelope, which controls the intensity of the scaling effect. And finally, the Regular Envelope attribute controls the overall influence of the entire deformer. This controls the overall influence of the entire deformer. At a value of 1, the deformer is fully active. And if we reduce it towards 0, the effect gradually fades away. This is useful for blending the deformation on and off without deleting the setup. This setup is really useful for quickly generating creature spikes, dragon back details, organic ridges, armor surface patterns, stylized scales, or procedural surface designs. And because the deformer stays live, we can continue adjusting everything at any time without rebuilding geometry. And compared to using a normal extrude operation, this gives us a much cleaner non-destructive workflow. So if we need to change the thickness later, we can simply adjust the settings instead of rebuilding geometry. And that's a quick look at the Solidify Deformer in Maya, a simple but very flexible tool that can speed up modeling and look development workflows. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode of this Deformer series.